This Fleet Equipment Unscripted interview is presented by Hendrickson, a leading manufacturer of heavy-duty suspension systems and components to the global commercial transportation industry. Visit hendrickson-intl.com to learn more.
Hey everyone, Jason Morgan, Content Director for Fleet Equipment. Welcome to Fleet Equipment Unscripted. We are out here with Plus AI. We're going to take a ride in a Level 2 Plus system. Now, this is a retrofittable system that Plus is offering on the market, commercially available now. And what makes it the Plus? See what they did there, though? 2 plus. Well, we are going to take a ride and find out. So come along and let's see the system in action.
View of the cameras here, the left camera, the center camera, and the right camera is right here.
Okay, gotcha.
And part of our Plus Drive package is this little screen right here, which we call the HMI, the human machine interface, which becomes the driver's best friend, because it shows the driver what the truck is seeing, what the truck is doing. Mm-hmm. Is it applying brakes? Is it slowing down? What's the target speed? And we're applying brakes, and we will demonstrate that more later when we get on the road, show more of what it's showing on the display. Now, as soon as the driver starts the truck, it's going to perform a self-diagnostic of doing a healthy check on all the sensors. Everything is working well. And now it just like any computer booting up. Now it's showing me the screen that says red, not ready. It's telling me, the driver, that it has performed a self-diagnostic thing. There's one thing missing, that's why it's red, not ready. And from my training, it's telling me right now that if I just need to move over, show some lane lines, and if everything's healthy, it's gonna switch into a gray, not ready state.
Okay.
A gray, not ready state is telling the driver that everything looks good, I just cannot engage or drive in this scenario because you did not design me to do so. Because our drive-in plus drive product is designed only to engage in ramp-to-ramps, divided highway. So we're about to enter into the freeway. As like I said, this screen tells us, the driver, a lot of what we're doing. Now it's still showing gray, not ready. If you pay attention to this one, the not ready state will show, it will switch into a gold ready state. And that's the way of the system telling the driver that it can engage at the scenario. So I'll show you that.
Right.
We're entering the freeway.
Right. And you're merging, you're merging
manually,
right?
And now it's saying ready. Hey driver, I can drive in this scenario if you want me to. So the driver in control, still in very much. You know what? Why don't you drive? So I double tap the plus button here twice. Now it's engaged.
Okay.
The system is driving. There are 3 ways of getting back in control for me, driver. Manually. If I press the minus button, we call the switch disengage. Now I am in control.
Yeah.
I double tap it again, re-engage. And if I apply a slight positive input on either the brake or the throttle, that will gain back the control to the driver. Step on the brake right there. Now I'm driving.
Right.
So now let me re-engage. Double tap the plus button. I press the throttle. Now I am driving.
Right. So very much like a cruise control type
exactly. And that's how we pretty much design it. And then now I re-engage again. Now we are engaged. Now it's driving. And you see the red bar right there? It's telling the driver we are applying flight brakes. It's anticipating that vehicle right there to merge.
Okay.
So we slow down a bit for it. See that? And now it's applying the green bar, telling the driver that it's applying throttle. This is the target speed, that speed that we're going 53 miles per hour. That is going to try to achieve.
Yeah.
And pretty much we're still engaged. And what I'm doing as a driver is just keeping my eyes on the road, seeing what's the safety level. But the control, the steering, and throttle or brake is up to the system. Now I learned to drive with mirrors as well. Probably you did too.
Yep.
Now imagine, aside from the mirrors as your eyes, you're given the 7 cameras, 3 radars, and 2 LiDARs, the sensors. You have a 360 view of the whole thing. That gives me the comfort that, and with this screen right here is telling me that I'm seeing everything. See, we're going through this merge scenario.
Yep.
That's actually a very complicated scenario there, but the system is just letting everyone do their thing, and we're just cruising along. And well, California, hands out need to be on the wheel, so I'm just saying right there to show how we are actually keeping track of the lane here.
Safety.
And you heard that audio that said, please take over and support the scenario. It's just another way of the system saying, hey driver, I'm not sure what's going on right here. Why don't you take over for now while I check what's going on? And now I say, oh, that was nothing really, so I can drive again if you want me to. So I just re-engage with it. So there's that seamless transition.
Yeah.
If it's not sure about what's going on, like for example, there's a probably a big construction site that is not quite sure what it's detecting, it will just request the driver, please take over. Well, I go make sure that I am good right here. And going back to the hands-on, we have this feature where in every 15 seconds, the system needs to know that somebody's on the wheel. If it doesn't detect any positive input or any input from the driver, it will trigger an audio alert saying, see, we detected that one with the slowing down, with applying a little brake there, slowing down, maintaining that distance, safe distance, stopping distance. But as to my point, it's, the system is to know that somebody's on the wheel. If in 15 seconds it does not detect, I'm going to trigger this in purpose that I'm going to not apply any torque on the wheel or input. It's going to trigger an audio alert saying hands off the wheel. So let me demonstrate that. I have 15 seconds to tell the system that I'm here, and I just did that with a little slight torque on the wheel. So now we're staying engaged. Now from the feedback from our customers, they say, hey, aside from the torque, is there another way of telling the system that I'm here in the wheel? So we added another alert feature to tell the system that somebody's on the wheel by pressing the plus button once.
So Michael, how many years of experience do you have?
I've been driving, press the plus button here. I've been driving for about 30 years now.
Okay, all right. No, that's
just
good.
showing maybe each. But
no, that's good. So, what was your experience like gaining trust in the system? You know what I mean? Like even with your hands on the wheel, you have to not fight it or try to, you have to let it do its thing and put a lot of trust into it. What was your experience in gaining that?
Well, with this particular product, my experience really, it didn't take me, my learning curve was not really that long. It took me within the day I can get used to this.
Okay.
You know, and I wish I could just let you touch the wheel right here and see how smooth and easy it is to be just driving right here, and then it's really beautiful.
Right.
And gaining confidence is made with the system, and this is where in this part of our product package comes into play, the interface, the screen. And this is how we communicate, the system and the driver. And the system's telling me what she's seeing and what she's doing, and the driver just quick glance. And it's also designed, only a simplified design as opposed to what the engineers will be seeing. That's a monitor, that's not part of the package, but but it simplified all of adjacent lanes, what the system is doing. And when I see a big truck coming over here, we have this nudge feature as well, where it's going to tell me that it's going to nudge to a little space to allow these vehicles more space. Like for example, I see a pickup truck coming. I'm going to wait until and I'm going to try to demonstrate how. See, we're moving to the right a little bit, nudging a little bit to allow this truck to go past us, and then once it passes us, it's going back to the center.
Okay.
That's the way I would manually drive.
Okay. Well, and that's an interesting differentiator in the level 2 systems, because level 2 you kind of set a bias as left, right, or center in a lot of systems, and it, in like OEM integrated systems, you set that bias. Here it just kind of did it.
Yeah, to allow that scenario, because that's a big space. And the way I would manually drive is I will do that.
Right.
And I'm just gonna initiate the lane change to show a change lane feature as well.
Lane change initiated.
it's changing lanes by itself. It's all clear.
Okay, and it did that because you initiated the
Yes.
change. Okay.
So the driver has to request for a lane change initially. It just not gonna do it by itself.
Okay.
And by doing that, I just did it by double tapping the slipper signal. We'll show you that feature of more during when we turn back. Well, I'm gonna take this next exit as a turnaround back to the convention center, and since I know I'm taking the exit, again, driver back in control. You know what? Doesn't look like this exit is a long ramp, but maybe it's a short. So maybe I should just take over on this off ramp, since I know that the system is not designed to be engaged in this one.
Right.
So I'm gonna decide, well, I'll take over by stepping on the throttle. So now I'm in control, and I can just get off the freeway and turn around like I planned to.
Right.